Naast mij staat terrorisme-deskundige Jessica Stern, toch wel een van de meest prominente vrouwen hier vandaag. She is a writer and a policy consultant on terrorism. She's one of the foremost experts on terrorism. The film The Peacemaker is actually based on her life. She wrote many books on violence and terrorism, but her latest book, Now, was a personal story. Her TED Talk was called Former Terrorists' Voices, a powerful tool to prevent future terror. Mrs. Stern, welcome, of course.
Thank you.
You've served on President Clinton's Security Council staff. You're the Hoover Institution Task Force on National Security. It's a lot of titles. And you're awarded a Guggenheim Fellowship for your work on trauma and violence. You have a spectacular career, really. How did this happen? How did you get here? I mean, not here, but...
I guess I just worked hard.
Yeah, we all work hard.
Right.
But you're the terrorism expert.
Yeah. I think maybe what you're asking is why did I end up working on terrorism? And I never really thought about why I was so obsessed with evil and terrorism until I wrote a book about my own rapist. And I decided to investigate my own rapist as if he were one of the terrorists I study. And
because you were raped when you were 15?
I was 15
and
years
it was
old.
denied for a very long time.
It was denied. The police didn't believe my sister and me. Nobody really bothered to investigate thoroughly, but it turned out, we found out 35 years later, that this was a serial rapist who raped at least 44 girls.
Wow.
20 of them were at Harvard, and Harvard University covered it up. But most of them were at or near private girls' schools. They were girls, all of them under age 19. And nobody pulled this together until I worked with the police to try to solve the crime. And while I was writing the book, I realized maybe that's why I'm so interested in evil and violent men. I hadn't put it together. I mean, it seems quite obvious now in retrospect, but I think the reason I got obsessed, I mean, you ask why I was able to do this, I think the real answer is obsession. And
do you want to understand the bad guys?
Yes, I had to. It wasn't want to, I had to. It was, I was driven to understand the bad guys. And now it's obvious why, but I had to investigate and my own rapist to get it.
Yeah, so now you're a big expert on terrorism. What is your definition of terrorism?
Well, there are many definitions in the literature. The one that means
what's
the
your
most
definition?
to me is somebody who deliberately targets innocent non-combatants with the aim of influencing a target audience. So the key to me is related to the target. Is the person killing or attempting to harm someone who is not responsible for whatever it is they object to? It's often a random person, somebody who's not in the military. And also there's a theatrical aspect. The point is to send a message to a target audience. It isn't trying to persuade the person that's being targeted as much as it is the people watching.
Yeah, and you also said that the internet is going to play a big role on future terrorism. What should we do?
Well, the internet has both very, very positive aspects and also a dark side. In fact, YouTube has become a very important venue for terrorists to recruit, mobilize, and the internet is also an important communication tool. I think that we have fallen behind the terrorists in our own use of this important tool. It's also a potential powerful counterterrorism tool, and we haven't been using it the way we should be.
Okay, and you are a hero. I mean, you fight the bad guys, you save the world, in a sense, people could say that. Who is your hero? Because it's all about heroes today.
I have so many heroes. I suppose if I had to select one, it would really be my own grandmother, who really taught me that love really does heal the world.
Okay.